There's a surprisingly limited number of Valentine Hallmark movies, but I have scrounged up another 14. Number 1, Love, Romance, and Chocolate, which I gave 3 out of 5. I watched this over the span of about 5 days, so bear with me here. Emma is shopping in a chocolate store and hears the owner needs help, and she jumps in and offers to help. They get close while working together and fall in love, because of course they do. I'm amazed at how perfect her skin is while constantly eating chocolate and cupcakes during the entire span of the movie. That's some real movie magic right there. There's a competing shop that put sweet potato in one of his chocolates, and I want to sue him for emotional distress. That is so wrong. This one briefly mentions Valentine's Day. I believe there is a contest or a party held on the day. It is mentioned though. Number 2, I Do from 2015. Gave this one 3 out of 5. Peter is up for a promotion that will make his mom really happy. He thinks having a wife will help him get the promotion, so he proposes to Jacqueline and says he wants to be married on Valentine's, which is exactly 1 week away. The day before the wedding, she's stressed, tries to go into town, and runs into a guy who kisses her. Later that day, she finds out that's Peter's brother Max. The next day, she gets married. It's a mess. She wishes for a redo and gets one, and another one, and another one. She lives in the same loop of her wedding day until she finally decides not to marry Peter. In reliving that same day so many times, she falls in love with Max and they get married instead. Usually I'd hate a plot like this for the hop on over to the brother thing, but he was literally using her for a job promotion so he can fuck off. Number 3, Appetite for Love from 2016. I gave 1.5 out of 5. Mina is in a relationship with Reed and they live in the city. She thinks he's going to propose, but he asks her to move in instead, and she says she needs to think about it. She works for a company that's taking control over her ex-boyfriend Clay's restaurant. When she is there trying to change things, she re-falls in love with her ex and emotionally cheats in true Hallmark fashion. There's a sweetheart festival held on Valentine's Day. Number 4, Playing Cupid from 2021. I gave 3.5 out of 5. A little girl, Clara, decides to start a matchmaking business for her school project. She finds her classmates perfect matches for the Valentine's Day dance. She also realizes her dad and teacher are a perfect match. It's very cute. Number 5, Love Vlogs from 2017. I gave this one 2.5 out of 5. They say somewhere is booked out because of Valentine's Day, and she says that's a while away, but then it ends with the classic Hallmark get-together moment on Valentine's Day. This one is about a girl and her mom going to Paris where the baby daddy is, and they re-fall in love. I'd like this more if the guy didn't have a girlfriend who he is basically using as filler. I was also very distracted by how the mother and daughter look so close in age. The actors are 22 years apart, but they look like sisters in this movie. And no, I'm not trying to hit on the mom. Number 6, Walking the Dog from 2017. Gave this one 1.5 out of 5. 2 people meet with their dogs only to realize later they're on opposing sides of a legal battle over a bike lane. In working together, they fall in love because of course they do. There's a court case held on Valentine's Day. Number 7, A Dash of Love from 2017. I gave this one 2 out of 5. A woman gets hired as an assistant to a chef/restaurant owner and falls in love with the owner's chef. The owner secretly records the assistant to steal her recipes. They both get fired and do a pop-up restaurant of their own on Valentine's Day. I'd like this one a lot more if the owner didn't make me want to strangle her so bad. Number 8, While You Were Dating from 2017. I gave this one 1.5 out of 5. A former couple accidentally ends up on a date through online dating. They agree to set each other up instead, but waste each other's time because they still love each other and end up together on Valentine's Day. Number 9, Cupid Inc, or just Cupid, from 2012. Gave this one 3.5 out of 5. A woman who is a workaholic on a TV show has bad luck with dating until Cupid comes and makes an arrangement with her. She's supposed to help 2 people find their perfect match, and then he'll show her her one true love. While playing matchmaker, she doesn't realize her true love was nearby all along. Ultimately, they end up together because of course they do. I enjoyed the added element of Cupid in this one. Gives the movie a little more pizzazz than the usual Hallmark one. Number 10, The Secret Ingredient from 2020. I gave 3 out of 5. Old flames are competing in a cooking competition that airs its finale on Valentine's Day. In competing, they reconnect and fall in love because of course they do. So many of these have to do with food. Number 11, Sweeter Than Chocolate from 2023. I gave 3.5 out of 5. A baker makes Cupids, which are special chocolates that once you eat them, you find your true love. A skeptic is doing a news report on the subject for a Valentine's newscast. In filming the segment, the two fall in love, because of course they do. Valentine's Again, aka Once Upon a Winter's Date from 2017. Gave this one 3.5 out of 5. Catherine goes on a really bad Valentine's Day date and runs into a fairy godmother-esque person who causes her to relive the day over and over until she gets it right. She tries dating every man she ran into that day until she finds her match and quits her job, and they decide to work together because of course they do. Number 13, Beverly Hills Wedding from 2021. Gave 3 out of 5. Molly wants a free wedding to be held on Valentine's Day for her sister Sophia, whose fiancé is Molly's childhood friend. The four of them travel to Beverly Hills to plan the wedding, and everyone is disagreeing on everything. The show ends up allowing the wedding to be held in their hometown, and Molly falls in love with her childhood friend because of course she does. And number 14, Welcome to Mama's from 2022. Gave this one 2.5 out of 5. A woman who went by Mama passes away, and she leaves her restaurant and cookbook to a man and a woman who don't know each other. In figuring out what to do with the restaurant, they fall in love because of course they do. I don't know anything about the cast of this, but this movie feels like really fake Italian. I think they mentioned Valentine's Day being near, but I don't recall anything actually happening on the day, but I'm struggling to find a 14th movie, so that's close enough for me. These are basically the same as the Christmas ones, but with the holiday swapped out. They get much less praise, but they're just as much fun to watch in my opinion. I am excited to move on to just any Hallmark movie though. If anyone knows of any St. Patrick's Day ones, let me know. I found one so far, but that's it. I will be back soon.